It is a historic day in Washington as the impeachment inquiry begins its next phase. This is a live look at the House Judiciary Committee, where 4 constitutional law professors are testifying. Now, meantime, the president is in Britain at the NATO summit, where world leaders were caught mocking him in this hot mic moment. Take a listen. Wow, that was Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau speaking with leaders of Britain and France, and the president is responding. Take a look.
Well, he's two-faced.
Do you think that Germany is too naive?
And honestly, with Trudeau, he's a nice guy. I find him to be a very nice guy. But, you know, the truth is that I called him out on the fact that he's not paying 2%, and I guess he's not very happy about it.
Wow. I mean, this is the world stage. And, you know, I would like to think that our world leaders, the Democratic ones, get along quite nicely. There's something to say that it seems to be that our president gets along much better with the dictators. And I'm not saying that to be polarizing. I'm not. But it does cause some concern.
Yeah, I just want to say why I think this was particularly brutal for Trump, and this just splits it down. One, he doesn't like people talking behind his back. We all know that. He's quite sensitive for someone who really does mock people.
But who does?
Right, and who does?
I can't blame him for that.
He's incredibly sensitive about it. Now, he mocks on Twitter and stuff. He doesn't like confrontation in person. So one, someone's talking bad about him. But two, what they're talking about is his own team having their jaws on their floor. So now he distrusts people in his own team. It's a bad look. It means that the world stage, as you said, is laughing at us. I think he is not taken as seriously as some other world leaders, Republican and Democrat involved. NATO is a time for our allies to really bond, and we're hearing Canada, we're now calling him two-faced. This is not a great start when our northern border and our closest ally, Britain and Canada, are sort of mocking us.
Yeah, he could have used this opportunity to advance himself. He could have been like, look at them talking about me, and be the bigger man. He could have used that. But at the same token, to defend him a little bit, if that's his peers. So if another show was caught on camera talking about our show, I might have something to say about that.
And
you know what I mean? So that's I defend him only in that case.
I wonder though, what if a number of shows said something about our show? If there's a,
I think that's a good.
If you find out, you know, as you grow older, that a number of people are saying the same thing about you, that is a flaw, and you finally have an aha moment and say, wow, this is a pattern of my behavior that is clearly not jiving with a lot of people. I'm going to take it upon myself to change that. I'm not saying that President Trump needs to do that, but I could relate to that.
I think, and let's take Trump out of this because he's so polarizing. People just hear that word and shut down. Right. But if like, let's say you overheard somebody saying, man, can you believe Jeff's shoes are really, he's dressed so nicely, but his shoes need to be, if you heard somebody overheard that, you would go home like, oh, people are saying that behind my back? Like,
I'd have something to say.
Right, rather than like, if we're in an argument, I say your shoes, then you'd be like, well, Al's angry, but like, this is how people really feel about you when you're not in the room, and I think that's more hurtful than anything back and forth on Twitter, because it takes the person, it's not personal.
Right, not only is it people behind his back talking, it's about people talking behind his back about people on his own team.
It's the hand inside the invisible hand.